Alright, here we go. It's round 4 with 3-0 in the historic Arena Qualifier weekend. Here I'm playing the super sweet red-black Goblin Trapfinder deck with Ominous Traveler Berkey combo. And here we have a hand that is just a bunch of Zagoblins, but like not really much to sacrifice to them. I think these hands, you just gotta ship them. Like, it's really important that you have like a creature or a claim or like some sort of interaction in your opening hand. And 5-landers, not gonna work either. So, just gonna ship that. Keep this hand. This is actually a pretty good one though. It has like Trapfinder and ways to sacrifice it. I see that my opponent's companion is Lurrus, so I'm suspecting they're an artifact deck here. And it's actually gonna inform my decision here. Because I kind of really want this Call Against command. I also realized that I have like Village Rights to sacrifice my Trapfinder. And I actually don't want this claim the Firstborn, because like I'd just much rather have Call Against command. Delete off on Esper Sentinel, not happy to see that. I'm just gonna like run out my Trapfinder. If they do hit it with Portable Hole, I can remove it to Call Against command. That means they're also not developing a 2-drop, so I'm pretty happy with that. And what I really want to do is next turn I want to play Village Rights and be able to pay for the Sentinel. So they play Genius Smith here, and let's see if they also have an Ornithopter to grow it. They do. Okay, so yeah, that one gets a little bit bigger. We draw second Trapfinder here. So now I have the decision between do I pay for Sentinel or do I just like play on my Trapfinder. I decide that since I have a Call Against command, I'm probably gonna grind at least a little bit this game, so I'm gonna try and pay for the Sentinel, but I'm not sure if it's correct. Playing out the Trapfinder is also kind of nice because I can like you know, like chump block as well to get that in the graveyard too. Like just increases my chances of hitting something good. So opponent's in a tank here. Trying to figure out what to play. So the Daxter Citadel is gonna grow the Ingenious Smith. By the way, worth noting, they're not on the red-white Thopters list. They are on the blue-white Ensoul artifact list. The one by Crockies. So they play Esper Sentinel here. I'm thinking, yeah, I just got a Village Rights here, so don't let them draw a card. But then I realize, if I do that, I take 4 damage. Because they can attack with both. Whereas if I don't do it, they can't attack with Sentinel here, because I could just trade. And if so they can only attack with Ingenious Smith, which I can just block and sacrifice. So I realized, actually, do I want to give them a card or do I want to take 4 damage? And honestly, I think it's just better to give them a card in this spot. Not quite sure though. But 4 damage is a lot, so I'm gonna end up giving them a card here. It's also, now they have 2 Sentinels, so I'm probably gonna end up giving them lots of cards anyways. Like my Call Against command next turn is definitely gonna give them some cards, so I hope they don't have a Portable Hole here, because that would really punish me, right? Just then they still get the damage in, and get to draw that extra card. So we do sacrifice here. I am gonna like pay for one of the Sentinels. I do think that's reasonable here. And we draw a Deadly Dispute. Okay, so we hit a Berkey. That's okay. If we can hit the Traveler here, that's super nice. But we just played Trapfinder here, and if we play Trapfinder here and sacrifice it to Deadly Dispute, then like we can try and hit the Traveler and maybe go off pretty soon. Like next turn. So that puts us really nice, right? We can play the Trapfinder, pass with Deadly Dispute up, only let them draw end of turn. We're not gonna take lethal damage, and they can't really interact with the combo. So I'm just thinking if I should like Thought Seize first, but oh, I realized. I think I realized something. Sorry, that's not at all what I'm going for. First of all, since they didn't counter my Village Rights with their Metallic Rebuke, I have a read they don't have Metallic Rebuke. And if I go Berkey here, I can just Thought Seize them right now, which is free. Play Trapfinder, then play Dispute on Trapfinder. And if I hit the Traveler, like I'm just good to go off right now. So I'm just gonna go for it here. It's kind of risky because if I don't hit off Trapfinder, like that, like if I hit a second Trapfinder, which I guess would be a third. So yeah, just let them draw cards off the Sentinels. That's all right. That's all good. If I bring off the Trapfinder, like I lose my Berkey too, which like maybe is not great. But I do have a Call Against command, so I can just regrow the Berkey anyway. Yeah, I actually think this makes a lot of sense then. The Call Against command is what like makes the difference here. And they did draw Metallic Rebuke off the triggers, but now we can just take that away so we can safely combo here, or at least like if we hit the Ominous Traveler. And let's see if we do. So we get mana off Berkey, we get a treasure token. We do get another Trapfinder, but actually, this Fatal Push. I mean, everything is free still, right? So I can just like Fatal Push my own Trapfinder and just try and go for it again. I drew another Berkey too, which, or I have this other Berkey in hand, which, oh yeah, I drew that off my, my Deadly Dispute, which also increases the chances, right? So now it's like, there's 1 Trapfinder, 2 Berkey, and 3 Travelers. So right now it's 50-50. I win the game this turn if this works. And I'm not really under pressure, right? I mean, even if I break, it's probably still fine. I can like call against command, back like one of my combo pieces later. It's probably gonna be okay. I mean, I guess I am facing 9 damage on board, so it's not like I'm not under pressure. 10 damage actually. But I am just gonna go for it here. Kill my own Trapfinder. Like glorious living, and here we go. We hit the Traumatous Traveler, and now we can go for it here. So we're just gonna start jamming stuff, and as we jam out the music, we're gonna jam our things here. Zebra Sisters is a little bit annoying. It's definitely gonna take some time. Alright, let's skip this song. This one is not right. So this is apparently the Pokemon Sun and Moon theme. I do apologize sincerely for the suboptimal quality of music, but this is just what we have to work with here. As I have to keep it royalty free for your pleasure. Otherwise, you would just either not be seeing me at all, or just see me jamming out in silence. No voice at all. Maybe like the video would be better without the voice. Like who knows? But yeah, let's see. We're definitely like going on pretty well here, so that's nice. Alright, well, we're still going off here. I don't quite have lethal. What I realized at some point is that I should stop stealing their blockers, because it's better to force a chump block than it is to just steal something and give it back. And the board here is still plenty good. Plenty good. So I would assume that my opponent's gonna scoop just any minute now. There we go. There we go. Alright. Soft, smooth transition right there into the sideboard games. I kind of wish I had the, it's the Epic Sax guy. Right, I think that's the one that, like, usually, runs when in the background. And see if I can find that. That's probably, like, royalty free too, right? Epic Sax guy, 10 hours. Perfect. It's gonna be for next time. Anyway, the way we sideboarded, we bought it in our Bifrost, our Call Against commands, taking out like some of the fault pieces, and if not all the fault pieces, and some of the recursion, like echoing return is just not worth running in this matchup when most of the ways they're gonna deal with my stuff is by exiling it. Definitely also want 4 claims because we need to deal with like Ensoul artifact and an indestructible land. That's very important. Alright, this is just a very like reactive hand. We have the Friction Tower to go with the Claim the Firstborn, so like that's also super nice. And gonna put this back to 1.5 speed. So like we don't really have like our own thing going on, but we do actually have something. That is the Bergie, which can turn into the Horn. And this is really important here. So yeah, it's just kill Hushbringer. I mean, eventually we're gonna have to kill it anyway. And oof, okay, well drawing a Trapfinder is super nice. So I can play that out here. If it gets hit by a Glass Casket, I'll have to like Fatal Push my own thing, but maybe that's fine. But it does have the upside that like maybe I can just win next turn by playing the Friction Tower. But I actually don't play it out here. I think it's totally fine to play it out. It's pretty safe. Because I have these Fatal Pushes. And using a Fatal Push to kill my own Trapfinder to stop it from getting exiled is actually fine. It also means that my opponent is not spending their mana like developing stuff. So I think that's okay. Oh, did I pause it? Okay, I did pause it. Alright, well, we're gonna take 5 here, but luckily we have this Claim the Firstborn. It's gonna be very important. So I can steal that thing and hit back for 5. And I drew the 4th Fatal Push. Wow, okay, so we definitely like stocked up on that effect, huh? But I do kind of wish that I just had a Trapfinder in play that I could like have either left in play or like chump blocked. Probably chump blocked the 5 damage. Alright, they play not indestructible land. They have an Ensoul. They just have nothing here. That's kind of wild. Not even an untapped land to put lures in hand. So I was thinking that maybe they have a Mystical Dispute, like not Mystical Dispute, but Metallic Rebuke. But they don't even have that. And since we do a Deadly Dispute here, that's super nice. I can like sacrifice my Trapfinder now and try and find something. I'm still keeping up the mana though. I probably should just main phase the Dispute, honestly. Try and hit the land drop. So it's like if they don't counter the Trapfinder, they probably don't have the counter spell. Or at least I should have like responded to so like at the end of turn, like when they made a servo and were tapped out. Oh, so you don't hit the land. And I do hit a Bergie and not a Traveler. So that's not ideal here. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay, what to do here. Well, I do have this Prosper, which is like pretty nice. But see if we can make this disappear. Alright, we do have this Prosper in hand, which I would really like to play, but I think I would actually like to play it alongside other stuff. Like I'd also like to Inquisition this turn, for instance. And if you play Bergie here, like we can actually like get back that mana by sacrificing it to the Friction Tower. So we can actually like Inquisition here, and we can even Fatal Push. Because like if I go to Inquisition and then like I attack for 3, my opponent is likely going to chump block with that servo and then turn it into a Thopter, and then we can Fatal Push the Thopter, which is eventually going to be a 4/4 anyway. And that's also going to be free. So that's all pretty nice, actually. So yeah, we're just going to lead off with Inquisition here. And take away the lures. Okay, yeah, that was the whole plan. That was why that was a card I really wanted to play this turn. And I knew that as I was talking here. I definitely didn't miss that. They don't block. They don't do the block and sack. So they just take 3 damage. Maybe that's actually correct from their position, but it's kind of annoying for me because like now I don't get to use Fatal Push right now. But it's alright because it's also only a 1/1. And I definitely just want to get this Prosper going. So I'm going to sacrifice my Bergie and get the Prosper down. In this matchup, like they cannot answer Prosper. At least as long as I don't attack into their Arganjo. They only have like Glass Caskets and Portable Holes. So like since they don't have that much pressure either, like I'm probably gonna, and I have all these Fatal Pushes, I'm probably gonna be able to outcard them with Prosper right here. Ominous Traveler is definitely not ideal. They are gonna hit us for 5 with this Thopter, but we're gonna try and make sure that like they don't have a creature for next turn as well. So hitting a land drop here is super nice. I'm just gonna play my Traveler, leaving up Friction Tower. And yeah, grab something, but I'm probably gonna end up like sacrificing the Traveler to the tower. So we just play super passively here, leaving up just a whole bunch of Fatal Pushes. Probably gonna make like another thing here, which is fine. We're gonna wait for them to pump. No, actually, I'm gonna just kill the Thopter right, and I'm gonna just kill the stuff right now. I think maybe, because if I wait, like now they, oh, they're just gonna, okay, yeah, they're gonna make a servo because that makes the Michigo's Reign of Truth more threatening. But like now they can actually like turn this into a 4/4, so I don't think that was ideal. But on the other hand, I don't need to kill the server this way. That probably wouldn't have hurt me much to just kill the server as well. Not sure. Anyway, this also doesn't hurt me much, right? Either way, I have to spend an extra Fatal Push, and that's alright. I mean, this way at least I had to spend a bunch of mana to get around it. Oh, I would do a Bioforce. Wow. So I can actually just clear the board of artifact here. Make the Reign of Truth not even be that good. Right now, I'm just thinking, okay, well, I mean, I guess they could have Metallic Rebuke, and I really don't need to kill like this extra 1/1. So I'm going to like hold off on playing my my Horn right now. Like that's the way I'm gonna win this game. I'm gonna play Horn, and I'm gonna just gain so much card advantage. And I'm gonna like wait with that until I can safely pay for the Metallic Rebuke. There's like no reason to like take any risks here, because like we're just like winning so much on card advantage here. Prosper is just being incredible, and I don't really worry about much. They play another Retrofitter Foundry, but luckily we found the Colagans command, so they probably shouldn't have cast it yet. And we're getting into the territory where like I can play both Horn and Berkey on the same turn, which would be actually we can do that right now. I can't pay for the Metallic Rebuke right now, but like they might not have that anyway. I mean, I don't know what that last card is, but hopefully they just play it so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, okay, it's just a land. And they play it untapped, so they can pay for things. And don't even attack with the 1/1. They probably could have done that actually. Because if I block with Prosper, they're just gonna Aganjo. But anyway, I'm gonna like just spend my Fatal Push here while I can. And yeah, with the mana I have here, I can like Berkey, sacrifice the Traveler here, play the Horn, get an extra mana, and like now, you know, we're going off. Like we have the full combo here. They can't disrupt us. And I can just discard like this extra like, you know, Gigantha and the Scarab and so on. Like all these extra cards that I ended up with in my hand, you can always discard your land too. And just see what I hit here and then like make my decision from there. But like all of these cards are gonna like at least like be free or generate me mana. Except for I guess the Call Against command. There's a whole lot of sacrifice effects, which isn't exactly ideal, but I can play this Traveler here, and like that's something I can sacrifice. Like now we have enough mana to Call Against command, so I kind of want to do that first. Definitely like stealing like taking Dominating Vampire is super nice because we can steal something and then sacrifice that. So destroy, yeah, okay. So we're gonna like get back Trapfinder here. Like maybe we can even go off this turn. We can kill the Foundry here and get 2 mana, right? Like we get a treasure, we get a mana of Berkey. This is also super nice. And like by killing the Foundry, like now, you know, my Claim the Firstborn sort of stuff is gonna actually work. So they're just gonna untap it and like turn this into a Thopter. It actually like, I thought they could like make a bigger board than that, but they can't really here. So we just play this Trapfinder and like we can start sacrificing it. I'm just gonna like use Grizzly Sigil to like sacrifice Trapfinder and kill their 2 creatures. It's probably like not even necessary to do that because I have like plenty of other ways to sacrifice. I could just like, you know, play these as 1-for-1s. It's totally fine. Anyway, we hit our Traveler off the Goblin, and opponent's only at 8 lives, so like it doesn't even take much for us to have lethal here. We have a Claim the Firstborn. Opponent has seen enough. Like we're definitely like, you know, have this game in our bag. And yeah, that was a pretty nice round 3 here. So we've beaten Blue-White Affinity as well, or like Blue-White Ensoul Artifact, more specifically. Deck doesn't actually run any Affinity cards. But yeah, that was super cool. I'm feeling pretty good about this deck now. I'm 4-0. I've beaten like a couple Artifact decks and like red-black mid-range. Like feeling like, you know, maybe nothing can like really stand up to this deck. It might just be kind of good, huh? Might just be kind of great. So yeah, let's check it if it is in the coming rounds. Bye.